So, Zach, the NCAA is allowing athletes to have fundraisers to help with COVID-19. Can you tell us a little bit more about some players that have been kind of particular standouts throughout this time?
Yeah, so this all started with Trevor Lawrence starting a GoFundMe to raise money for coronavirus relief. The NCAA originally shut it down. Then a couple days later, they're like, actually, you can do this, which it's probably due to backlash of some sort. Because, I mean, how do you tell a player who's trying to help people that they can't raise money to help people? It's not like they're raising money to give to themselves. NCAA rules, but they then made an exception for coronavirus relief, which is really good. They did the right thing here. The NCAA, even though it took them backtracking to do the right thing, they did the right thing. And then a couple days later, Sam Ellinger announced that he is also going to be raising money. He got NCAA approval before he started it, but I think they'll approve everyone who does this. But so that's kind of the story here, Tanner.
And, Zach, I think what's great about this is, I mean, in particular with, Trevor Lawrence and Sam Ellinger, like those are big names. And of course, Trevor Lawrence coming off an amazing season with Clemson only to fall in the championship game to LSU. But still, because it was him and his girlfriend, they both started this. I think it's important for players like that to raise awareness. We've seen this throughout this entire time with the COVID-19, NBA players donating a lot of money. We've seen football players do a lot. We've even seen hockey do a lot. So it's great that players like Trevor Lawrence, who still clarifies, so he's around our age doing this and wanting to raise awareness and raise money for this during this time, not just for, media, not for anything like that, because he genuinely cares. They genuinely care about this because it is a scary time and people are kind of in fear with what's going to happen with this. So I think it's great that people like Trevor Lawrence and Sam Ellinger are doing this to let people know we're going to do our best to try to slow this down.
Yeah, and I'm glad the NCAA is approving it. I think the NCAA made the right choice the second time around in allowing this to happen and allowing it to be approved and allowing for players to raise money for something that's really affecting everyone. And to be quite honest, I think the NCAA should just allow players to raise money for things in general. So I'm not saying, like obviously if you're raising a GoFundMe to give yourself money, that's not okay. And understandable, the NCAA can't do that. But I think they should allow players in general to raise money for things. If they want to start a charity, I mean, some of these players like Trevor Lawrence are known. And they're stars. They're college stars, but they're still stars. And they have enough know-how to raise money for things that they find and deem important. And I think that's perfectly okay. There'll have to be stipulations, obviously, but I think that the NCAA should allow for players to use their, reach, gravitas? Reach, I think is the best word to raise money for things.
And it's important for players, like Trevor Lawrence and Sam Ellinger, two top tier players. And of course, Trevor Lawrence, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in college football as of right now. It's important for them to use that. Maybe stardom is another good word for it, to use that presence that they have and be like, well, if Trevor Lawrence is doing this, maybe I want to donate or I want to do this, to spread that awareness. Like, guys, this is a big deal. In this pandemic that we're currently in. So it's great that they're doing this. I hope more athletes help donate for this to go towards the research to try to slow this down. Hopefully it's starting to. A couple players are already starting to get completely healthy from if they were intentionally, clarified that they had it. But no, I hope that more college athletes keep doing this, and it'll be interesting to see what the NCAA does however this COVID-19 pandemic happens in the future.